Yo no lo oigo.
It's live.
You guys are on.
Javier fell. Mi gente, bienvenido al Latino Ruido. I'm Johnny Boricua Prince Dones, and Javier Lewis is hiding in the dark over there. We're trying a new thing over here. We're doing
no pago la luz. No pago la luz, so they turned them off.
Yeah, right. And he's in the projects too. Yeah, we're trying to do something new, a little remote thing here, and hopefully it works out. We're not going to use it too much, but just in case. Hey, they threw me out now. They put hard back in.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We've been live for 30 minutes already. Habla.
What's going on, everybody? We are remote today. Johnny, how's it going?
Hanging in here, bro. Waiting for you to turn the lights back on.
The lights are on.
No, you fell off and it went dark.
Am I back? Can you see me now?
Charles said, no pagaste la luz, so they turn you off.
You see me now?
Yeah, I see you scratching your neck.
They unplugged the extension cord from the hallway.
De la vecina.
Yeah, that's funny. I just turned off my AC because it makes a lot of noise. So if it gets hot, I'm going to turn it back on. So
yeah, don't mind. That was my son trying to sneak over there, sneak across, and he got busted.
Right. No, that's okay. What's going on, Johnny boy? What's going on?
Nothing, man. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was busy, I guess. I worked. Did a lot. You know, I'm tired.
I hear you, bro.
And
I hear things are gonna start looking up for you, man.
Huh?
They're finally gonna start looking up for you, bro. I see a lot of good things happening for you, bro.
I hope so, man. From your mouth to God's ears, you know.
Ya tiempo. You know, everything happens for a reason, bro. This is your time to shine.
I hope so. You know, sometimes we all get tired at one point.
Oh, absolutely. But you can't give up, bro.
Keep going. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. There's a quote. I don't know if it was him from Denzel Washington. If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
Right.
You know, so you got to stay in the game and do what you got to do.
Right. Now, Charles, question. I don't have the Facebook feed, so I can't see who's commenting. Can you tell us while me and Johnny are talking?
Well, there's a feature.
Yeah,
if you put the chat feature, it'll say messages from the audience will display there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I don't know if it'll tell us if anyone is on, though.
No.
So I really can't say anything. If anybody's on, shout out your name and say you're here because we can't see if you're on.
Okay, cool. Follow us on Facebook. Cool. What's up with you, Johnny? What did you do this weekend?
Not much. Hung out with my brother Nelson. Just chilled at the house. The heat was unbearable, man.
Yeah.
Last week's heat wave and today was it wasn't as hot as I thought it was gonna be, but it was humid up there.
Hey Rosa, bienvenido.
Bienvenido a nuestras casas.
Right.
Yeah. So you know I didn't do much anything, and this is gonna be a slow week. Hey Rhea, how you doing?
What's up, Rhea?
Friday I got a memorial to go to. I found out that one of my former supervisors passed away from COVID. He was retired several years ago, man. But this is gonna be hard to swallow, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to digest that one anytime soon.
Wow, did he have he had underlying health conditions, I would imagine.
I don't know. I think he either got pneumonia and then the COVID, or COVID then pneumonia. But the combination did him in.
Kind of hard for me to swallow that people still are dying today of COVID after.
Listen, there are over 300. You know? There are over 300 people dying daily from COVID, you know, and it's just not going away. People are not complying, you know, and I mean, fine. You don't want to wear a mask, you don't wear a mask, but, you know, be conscious.
Be conscious, yeah.
You know, you got to be conscious of where you're at and what you're doing and how you're speaking to people, and, you know, and you know how nervous I get when I hear somebody sneeze on a train, even if they have a mask on?
Yeah.
Bro,
no, that's a smart thing to do, because a lot of people, you know, this new variant is like a cold. But what's a cold for me might not be a cold for you. Si te lo pego a ti.
Exactly. And
You
this
know?
variant, excuse me, is so strong that Pfizer and Moderna are coming out with a new vaccine to deal with this variant.
Mm.
You know, they're waiting for federal for approval from the FDA.
Okay.
You know, and it's not
Yeah.
going away anytime soon. It's gonna be here forever.
Oh no, it's good. We're gonna live with it. We have to
It's
live
gonna
with
end
it.
up being like a flu.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
know,
then now, and now, by the way, my condolences to you, his family, and friends. You know,
thank you, man.
that's
Thank you.
crazy. So piggybacking off on what you just talked about, let's talk about the rise in monkeypox
Ooh, yeah.
and
New
what's
York
going
is
on
the
with that.
epicenter.
Everything New York is always the epicenter of everything. And why
Nosotros
is
somos
that? Because
entrometidos.
we're overpopulated. The landlords here, you know, they're greedy. They want to build buildings on top of buildings and stuff them with people and make money. And
Yeah,
so
but the
what
thing
happens
is,
is congestion.
of course. But then you see all the people that left during COVID
Yeah,
want to come back now, and they thinking they're going to get the same price for the apartments, and these apartments are going up 60 and 70%.
yeah,
They're pricing people out. Si era yo, I would have stayed where I was.
yeah,
I would have, if wherever you moved during the COVID, quédate allá.
yeah.
Hey, Carmen, what's up, girlie?
Hey Carmen, how are you?
Welcome to the fold. You know, and it's and this monkeypox. This
Yeah,
is it already killed two
yeah.
children, from what I understand.
I don't know. I killed like 5 people in Europe.
Oh, look at that! But
In
they got two, I think, here in the States, out of
it got
California.
well, yeah, it got 2 children are infected, and it's because they got it from their mothers, from what I understand. But the mothers got it from their male family members or friends. So here's
Right,
the thing: the leading, as far as the data, the most people that are carrying the monkeypox virus or passing it on to each other is males, 90%, ninety
right,
percent. So you know, and it's being targeted as an not as an LGBT, but they're saying that it's them who the monkeypox is spread amongst,
right,
right? So my thing is, and again, this is not an attack on the LGBT, and not at all, you know. But if you know that this is, though it's not a sexually transmitted disease, you can get it through sex.
right.
Why the hell would you continue having promiscuous sex, multiple partners, doing things with strangers instead of narrowing your choices down to one person you know that's not doing nothing with other people until this thing is smoothed over,
Right.
you know?
But you know, also, I was looking on TikTok,
Right.
and there was a guy on the subway. I don't know which subway it was here, or some other country, or some other state. He was standing, and there were people taking a picture, and he had, you could see the sores on his legs, the monkeypox and everything, and he's holding onto the
Okay.
pole. Now remember, this is skin to skin,
Yeah.
and prolonged. You can get it airborne if you're prolonged face to face contact.
Right.
So the
Right.
guy's holding the pole. Now he just infected the pole.
Right.
Anybody who comes in there is touching that and
Right.
can get it also.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
this
and
this this
and
is transmitted in many ways.
yeah. So and then like HIV, there were a lot of people, and maybe still today, that got it, but they're so angry that somebody gave it to them that they're deliberately giving it to others. The same
But it's
thing's going to happen with monkeypox.
yeah,
A lot of people are going to be angry that, damn, somebody gave me this
yeah,
shit. I'm going to give it to somebody else. So you gave
yeah,
a perfect example. This man is holding onto a subway pole, and he doesn't give a shit
yeah.
who comes
Now
in there on the next stop and touches that.
now the lady filming went up to the guy and said, "You have monkeypox." He goes, "No, I don't. They're just sores." He goes, "But you're gonna give it to somebody?" No, I'm wearing a mask. So there's a girl standing in front of him. I think she was with him, and she said, "Aren't you afraid of getting it?" "No, I'm not worried about it. I'm wearing a mask." He goes, "This is not transmitted through airborne. This is rubbing skin to skin and touching infected areas and stuff like that,
Right.
it gets into your skin.
Right.
And they didn't care. There's a lot of misinformation going on out there.
Yeah. And there's
This
going to
is
be a
going to
lot of
end up
homeless
being
people that get
this.
it.
Oh yeah, this is going to end up being the modern day AIDS because
Yeah.
people are going to pass it off and not care and not really know how it's passed.
Right. Right.
You know, so
And
it's se va a poner feo.
yeah, and the other thing is a lot of people are getting the vaccine, not just the LGBT community. A lot of people are getting the vaccine. People need to keep their shit in their pants. Don't be horny. Carmen, listen, there's a lot of porn out there. Put on your porn. Buy yourself some toys. Do something. But stop going around to multiple people. It's just downright
That's
disgusting.
hilarious. Damn, Carmen.
And Carmen's real. Carmen's right.
Yeah,
Carmen's 100% right.
That was funny though. That was funny. That was
But
funny.
you know, aside from that, yeah, what you said, Johnny, was it's also transmitted skin to skin. So you don't have to have sex in order to get it. So anybody's vulnerable to getting it.
Exactly.
You know. So yeah, toys are good.
It's a scary situation, bro.
It is. It is. And so my point is, a lot of people are getting vaccinated, and fine, get vaccinated if you choose to. But just because you got vaccinated doesn't give you the green light to continue your shenanigans, because you don't know if your immune system has built up an immunity after the vaccine. And it's 2 shots. It's not just
2
one.
shots, 28 days apart.
Right.
And then what they're telling you, from what I heard in the news earlier before we went on the air, you got to give it at least 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks. There's 2 vaccines actually.
For the second dose to take effect.
Right. And then there's the other vaccine. You got to wait 4 weeks for the second dose to take effect.
No.
With that, even with that said,
they were saying 2 weeks after the second dose.
What happened?
Unless I heard it wrong. They were saying 2 weeks after the second dose. Unless I heard it wrong.
That's no. You heard it right. That's one vaccine. There's 2 different vaccines. That's why.
No, but they're saying 2 weeks after the second one.
Yeah,
after the second shot, you get 28. You get the shot. Wait 28 days. Get the second one, and then after the second one, they say at least 2 weeks.
Right.
Give it more. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but still, I mean, don't ignore the fact that people, after they're fully vaccinated, that they might still get it. Look at COVID.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
COVID, 4 shots, and people are still getting it.
Yeah,
2 regular shots and 2 boosters. And
look at the president. He keeps testing positive. He tested positive again this morning.
Again, well, you know, some people do test positive for more than their standard 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, when everybody's expected to recover and convert to negative, some people will continue to test positive for up to a month.
Yeah, but he tested negative. And he was going to wait the 5 days after that. 2 days later, they tested him again. He was positive again. Yo creo que fue el perro que se lo dio, because it's only him and the dog. He's isolated with his dog.
Well, dogs have it. Dogs can get it. Animals can get it. Pets can
but I'm sure they check the dog. He's the president. You know, he's going to get the best of care.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, we just got to educate. We just got to educate ourselves, man. This is not funny. You know, people don't take this stuff seriously, man. Oh, yeah. I just saw on the news in Kansas City, they were up for that vote about the abortion rights.
Yeah.
They voted it down. They won in Kansas City.
Good.
They won. They won the vote. So hopefully that's, I mean, listen, no matter how like I said before a couple of episodes ago, no matter how I feel about abortion rights, it's none of my business. But if a woman, I'll support a woman to my last breath.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You want to keep it, keep it. You want to get rid of it, you get rid of it. It's up to you. I can't tell you what to do.
Right.
I wish the man had more input, especially if he's the father. But ultimately, it comes down to what the woman decides. Right.
Actually, I was watching. I did see that this morning. There was a couple where the lady got an abortion because she did the exams and everything, and she was informed that her baby was going to be born with a rare disease, and it would have been a lifetime of expenses and caring for a baby, not while they're just a baby. When they become adults, they still are a baby because of this rare disease.
Oh, absolutely.
So she just took it upon herself and her husband, because they did discuss it, and they decided to abort the baby rather than put themselves in that position. You know, everybody's
and then
different.
also, the kid could have been suffering for the rest of his life, for an entire lifetime.
Right.
And then you bring the child into the world. You're gonna love it no matter what.
Right.
The mother falls in love with that child when it's in the belly as it's growing.
Right.
And then, God forbid, you're born and then soon after it dies. You know, to me that's a bigger trauma.
Yeah.
You know, she would have to wrestle with her demons later.
Yeah.
But as long as you got a good man that's with you, and you get through it together. You know, I mean, it's not, we can't judge.
Right.
That's God's job.
Carmen says it's a woman's right to choose, especially if they both agree to do it. Exactly.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I'm going to throw in a little controversy in here. Something that Johnny said. A woman decides to keep the baby, it's great. And if they don't decide it, it's great. But with the man never has a decision. So if the man says, I don't want nothing to do with a baby, they still charge him for like child support and everything. So why is it that a woman can keep a child and be okay with it, to keep it or lose it, but a man doesn't have no rights to keep it or lose it? You see what I'm saying? Like the man would say, I don't want the child. Well, I don't care. You still got to pay child support. A woman would say, I don't want the child. Okay, let's give it up, or have an abortion, or give it up for adoption. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's just
both ways.
But now, if she decides to bring it into the world, and the father's still there, and he's active or whatever, you don't have to go to court for child support. And if you and the woman are on good terms, you come up to an agreement.
No,
I mean, it's going to be your child.
Right. But even if the woman does not come to an agreement, these governments be tricking the women to think that they're supposed to put father in child support because they are looking for help, like government help. So they automatically.
Well, I mean,
but if the father already said, I had nothing to do with this, I don't want nothing to do with it, then you shouldn't even be mentioning the father at all. But by law, you
by
do.
law, exactly.
But the woman would say, no, I don't want to, but it's okay. That's the controversy thing. That's the double standard, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the government ultimately is going to say, listen, your ass is alive, your ass is working, you're paying, because we ain't going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not going to have that kid in charge of the state when your ass is able to pay something.
Yeah, but the father said he didn't want nothing to do with it before the child was born.
Yeah, he should have put a condom on.
She should have done it too. That's like an abortion. You know what I mean? Like an abortion, I don't want the child, but the father wants the child. So where does it come in the line? You know, like sometimes,
you know what? In that case,
some women don't want the child, but then they give it up when it's born. So why they cannot give it up to the father? This is the one question that I always have.
That is a very, very good question, and that's something that needs to be addressed. Because if I'm with a woman and I got her pregnant and she doesn't want the child, right? I'll tell her, listen, bring the child. I'll take care of it.
I know your rights.
I'll take my child. That's my right. And we're not together. You don't have to see me.
Your viewers to fight with y'all.
Un saludo, Reinaldo. ¿Cómo está?
Reinaldo, desde el Boogie Down Bronx, el condado de la salsa.
Yeah, a lot of those decisions are made out of anger because, yes, why not? If the woman doesn't want the child, give it up to the husband, or not the husband. In these cases, is the
father,
boyfriends. And they'll say, no, I just want to get rid of it. That makes no sense. Right now, that's the anger speaking, you know. And then again, I've seen cases where a woman gets pregnant, she accuses a man saying that's your child, when in fact is not. But there's been court cases where the man had to pay child support for a child that's not his.
Right.
And I'm like, how does that even work?
You know why? Because of the fact that if they don't find the real father, then whoever is there now is gonna have to pay. Whoever they can grab is gonna have to pay. Very simple.
The one thing a father has to do.
Don't sign the birth certificate.
No. Even if you sign a birth certificate, as soon as she takes you to child support, You sign a paper, you want a DNA. You don't pay nothing until the DNA arrives. That's how you get away with it. And then all of a sudden, if the DNA comes out as you are, then all those weeks that you've been waiting, you have to pay for it. But a lot of times, if you pay for it and then the DNA comes in and they find out you're not the father, guess what? That money is just a gift.
Those are laws that have to get changed.
Yes, they do.
Those are laws that need to be changed because it's not fair. It's not my kid.
Especially to the Latinos, you know we have a lot of kids.
We're like rabbits.
Latinos have a lot of kids. You gotta watch that.
Eso es una cosa que se tiene que cambiar.
Yes,
but a lot of people don't because I guess they don't have enough opposition to it or enough support for it. I don't know. So you know what? I'm glad I don't make that decision lawfully.
Right.
You know. So let's move on. Harv, let's talk about your homie Bad Bunny. Oh, se fue. We lost Harv. There we go. I can't hear you. Nope. We lost the audio. We lost Charles too. Hey, there we go. Nope, can't hear you. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Bro, both that's an iPhone, bro. And you talking about my Android? My Android's working perfect. Todavía nada. I think Charles knocked you off by accident. Anyway, mi gente.
iPhone doesn't know it's not smart enough to put the audio back.
Give us your input on the subject we were just talking about. Let us know how you feel about it and what do you think. You know, because this is a touchy situation. This is
yeah, there's a lot of double standards. You know.
Yes, there's a lot of it.
The law, even when I was in I think the first year that I started doing court, I noticed that a lot of laws are double standard. Like you do a murder the same way I do it, but depending on where you are and depending on who is your lawyer, you get less years. You know what I mean?
Yes. So absolutely.
It doesn't seem like it is a correct thing to do. You know what I mean?
No, you're right about that.
For both, in other words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right.
Can you guys hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now. You lost me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, you can't see me now, but
yeah,
let's move on. Let's talk about your homeboy Bad Bunny and his mega concert.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to bring up how, like you said, everybody has their time, you know? And some people have their time really big, like this individual, Bad Bunny. And apparently there's been some conversation going around that he didn't need any promotion in order to get this social sold out. He didn't need any radio play to make his songs go billions and billions of streaming.
Word of mouth.
And the thing about Bad Bunny is that he's a young advocate for Puerto Rico. He's not just a reggaetonero. He's not just a producer or whatever, an actor, because he's been getting into acting. But he is what today's Puerto Rico needs. They need fighters. They need activists. They need people who's going to fight for the island. And he's, I believe, 28 years old. 25 or 28.
He was a wrestler too. He wrestled too.
I didn't see that. I didn't even know.
Yeah. He wrestled with Damian Priest.
Okay. All right. But, you know, Bad Bunny, he's a very interesting individual. And he's done videos. Not only is he fighting for Puerto Rico, he knows he's on top of the culture of Puerto Rico. He's on top of the economy of Puerto Rico. And I think his concert created a revenue for Puerto Rico of $23 million.
Nice.
You know, come on now. That's what I'm talking about. And then on top of that, he's a fluid person or a two-spirited person, however you want to call it. But he also promotes tolerance through his music video. He promotes mixed couples. He promotes LGBT couples. He's been an advocate for Alexa or Alexia, a transgender in Puerto Rico who was shot for being a transgender.
Wow.
She was shot by these hood rats in Puerto Rico who, they were teasing her, bothering her, and then they led her into some forest or something, like two guys, and then they shot her. They murdered
Wow.
her. It was a scandal. It was
I
even
didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, even La Comay talked about it. They were looking for the person. I don't know if they caught the person, but Bad Bunny is a big advocate of protecting transgender individuals. Like, if you don't understand it, doesn't mean you get the right to kill them off. If you
Exactly.
don't understand gay, then learn it. If you
Right.
don't, you don't have to be it. Learn it, respect it.
And
If
if
you
you
don't
don't, and
understand,
if you want nothing to do with it, leave it alone.
right?
Mind your
Right.
business.
It's just, and people don't see it that way. They want, and usually people just want to take you out of this world because you're something that they probably see in themselves, and they're trying to fight it off, and fighting their own self off is them killing you. So when they
Right.
kill you, they think they've cured whatever it is they're going through. Rather than acknowledging it or learning it. Again, doesn't mean you have to be it, but that's one thing about Bad Bunny that I like very much, and this is the man to look out for.
I'm gonna have to start checking this stuff out. I admit I
Yeah,
don't know nothing about him.
he's amazing, and a lot of his new songs talks about the issues in Puerto Rico. He has a song called El Apagón, the blackout.
Right.
Because he was recently in Puerto Rico hanging out in a bar, and all of a sudden the lights went out. So of course, he blames the private company, electric company that was hired called Luma. Instead of hiring the people of Puerto Rico, the companies of Puerto Rico, to invest and to create a better grid, they hired an outsider, and they're doing a poor job. Puerto Rico is constantly going through blackouts. So he actually created a song for that.
They're just taking the money. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So yes,
he's the guy to look out for.
With all these so-called billionaires moving in tax-free and everything, you would think they might want to help out, but no.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's fighting that too. He's fighting that too, and now he's also taking an initiative to create a Clean the Beach Act in Puerto Rico. So he's gathering people to clean the beach. He's telling people in Puerto Rico, you want your beaches, we're protecting it because it's our beaches, but be responsible and clean it also, because come on, we know a lot of people who live in Puerto Rico, they don't clean up after themselves when it comes to these beaches. Even the beaches here in the Bronx.
Look at Orchard Beach.
Which one?
Orchard Beach.
Listen, I'm sorry. I've been to, unless they cleaned it up. The last time I went to Orchard Beach, it was disgusting.
No. It's been cleaned up a lot because they do a lot of, on the weekends, they do a lot of sponsoring of salsa shows.
Yeah.
Music every weekend there. But we used to do,
there goes
Miller used to do shows there when I used to work for David Maldonado. David Maldonado used to say they will give him his budget, $150,000 for the summer.
Yeah.
Bring all the bands you want and everything. Miller will bring the banners, the beers, and all that stuff.
Yes.
And it was nice.
Yeah. And like Carmen says, he respects transgenders. Yes, he does. And the other thing I like about Bad Bunny is that.
Oh, we lost him again.
You guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, now I can't hear you.
Bro, I'm going to buy you a new phone, bro.
I'm gonna buy you that. I'm telling you, is that
she keeps calling me.
Smart iPhone.
See, now I can't hear you, Johnny.
You can't hear? No, because I wasn't talking. Can you hear me now? Oh, we lost him. Well, there's a picture of Bad Bunny there. I gotta read up more on him and check out his stuff. I don't know too much about him. I knew who he was when I saw him wrestling. Yeah. I didn't know who he was. I thought it was just an up and coming act. I didn't know he was that big. So I'll have to read up on him. Charles, you're making me Bitco by changing the images around.
Is that the iPhone?
You're making me more Bitco than what I am.
The iPhone user keeps jumping. See, right there. He keeps coming in and out. Now I can't even hear him.
Now I can't even hear Harv. See, bro, iPhone.
You need the Android. The Android makes common sense.
bro. It's the iPhone. Too many restrictions on the iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, like I said, you know, I'm glad he's Bad Bunny is doing what he's doing in Puerto Rico and get more artists involved and stuff like that. And let's do. The government is not gonna. It doesn't have our back, so we gotta have our own backs.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
You know. So
Bad Bunny, I've seen him twice. Almost met him once. It wasn't for his dumb idiot manager, which he screamed at his manager. But I was like, you know what, let's keep on going. You know, because he's like Tito Puentes. Like if he sees media that's like internet media or lower media, you know, like they're not big, they'll stop to speak to them because they know they from the people. They're not the regular media that's just for themselves.
right.
But some of the managers don't want it. They think that it's too small or something like that.
Because all they see is dollar signs.
Yeah.
You know, that comes later. You know, you get your man out there, millions and millions of views and videos and go viral, and people who never heard of him or don't even like his music will say, let me check him out at least. You know, and then you never know. You might get a fan.
Yeah.
These managers these days, they're so closed-minded. You would think that they would how do you say, come up to the modern age, basically.
Yeah. Well, he's leading the way. You know, he's leading the way.
Yeah.
Who's this? Carmen says he's a big advocate for PR issues, and he's always speaks up, even when others don't like it. Yeah. He's a leader. He's a leader.
See, that's why a lot of people may not like him because he's controversial.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want to cause controversy because it gets people talking about you.
Yeah. Now
let me find. Let me see what you guys all about.
Anyone that speaks the truth, people don't want to hear them and don't want to, agree with them. That's why and they always would say he's starting controversy. No, he's speaking the truth. And
he's speaking the truth. Yes.
You know, just like
people don't want to hear the truth.
No,
he goes against the grain.
Right. All these theory people that came out, and all of a sudden they were all right. Now all of a sudden no one wants to say nothing about them.
Right.
Exactly. They were all therapies and all this and all this. Bad Bunny's the same way. You know.
Yeah.
He's a little weird, but
to say the least.
Yeah, but look at Kanye. You know, Kanye. He's weird too, and people were listening to him. You know, he opened a damn church for God's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is today's Rick James, today's Boy George, today's Prince. These artists from back in the days, they dressed in heels, they wore tight clothes, they wore dresses, they wore makeup, and they were the leading artists in the world making the most money. And Bad Bunny is doing the exact same thing.
They did it the way they wanted it, like Prince. He put out his music the way he wanted it. You either liked it or you didn't. Thank God everybody liked it. I love Prince.
And as feminine as Prince was wearing those heels, he had women all over him.
Bro, that last woman that he married from South America, the one he made that song for, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Yeah.
That's actually that ended up being one of my favorite songs from Prince.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And it shows his talent that can go on either side of the spectrum.
Well, this is again, look out for Bad Bunny. You know, I didn't get it at first, but now I'm getting it, so I'm gonna follow him. But let's talk about one more subject because it seems like the time's going back too fast today. So I guess this is a subject for everybody. Guys, you watching, chime in. Johnny, give me your opinion. Charles also. So let's say Johnny, you or Charles, you guys, your wives, is cheating on you. Let's say Charles and Johnny, you guys have best friends, close brothers that you grew up with, friends. They know that your wife is cheating on you. Do you expect your friends that you've known for years to say, hey, Johnny, hey, Charles, your wife is doing this, but with proof, not just say it because that's just hearsay? Or friends, now I'm talking to the friends, do friends prefer not to tell their close buddy, or should they just stay shut? Because that could cause problems also.
I can go either way on that because I would understand. I would want someone to tell me. But then if they don't tell me, I would understand why.
She's been reaching out
Because
to
he might think that I want to come out a certain way.
She reached out
And
to
yo, tell the guy to
my
shut up.
girlfriend's boyfriend.
Charles, mute your mic.
And she broke into my house.
And
What was that?
we can hear you talking.
Oh, my bad.
You know, I mean, I would expect them to tell me, but then I could understand to a certain extent as to why they may not want to tell me.
Mhm.
But then again, going back to it, if you know me as good as you think you do, then you should be able to feel free to tell me.
Right.
You know, so it's a touchy situation.
Right.
It's like you want to know, you don't want to know.
Right. And it goes both ways. It goes for the woman. If your husband is cheating on you, girlfriends of the woman,
Oh,
do you
well, shit,
expect your girlfriends to tell you?
She gonna tell you no matter what.
Or
She go,
because
girl.
there's been a lot of situations where good friends have told the person, let's say I tell you, Johnny, hey, listen, this is what your wife is doing. You go back, you get into an argument with her, whatever, you guys make up, and then your friend ends up looking like the bad guy.
No, but when if she's
You know what
gonna
I'm saying?
have,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying this happened to a lot of people already.
If this person came to me with proof,
Right?
as far as pictures or whatever, and
Right.
then there's no way for her to get out of it.
Right.
I'm gonna go like this. Yo, who's this?
Yeah.
Or my favorite thing is there something you want to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, if I have to ask you that question, I already know.
Yeah, Carmen says, "Yep, I expect my friends to tell me the truth."
Yeah.
That's
a sticky situation.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation because I have a friend who did exactly that. Is that a phone?
Yeah, that's one of you guys.
Scam calls, man. The scam calls.
But Carmen said, "Yep, you expect a friend to tell you." But sometimes when they do tell you, you don't want to believe them. So that's why sometimes friends do not say nothing.
Right.
Because they're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to say nothing. And then if I'm going to look like a bad one here, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then when they finally do say it, it's an issue. So it's kind of hard.
If you're going to come to me, you got to have proof.
Right. You can't say you can't say I think
Donald Trump
or anything like that. Hearsay is hearsay, so you need proof.
Don't pull a Donald Trump and can't back up your shit.
No? Even with the proof, yo, I seen your girl at the club.
No, that's not good enough.
You know what I'm saying? As a best friend for many years that you believed in and trusted so many years, sometimes you be like, oh, you just lying. You're just trying to get her in trouble. Like, wait a minute. I know you for 20 years. You know her for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, she was at the club with this other guy. Oh, I don't believe you. Right there, hold it there, entonces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's sticky. It's sticky.
You know why? Because if you show proof, then I got something to go with. But just going here and say, oh, your boy's lying, all this shit and everything, you know, and then it could cause a rift.
Yeah.
Show me proof.
Yeah. And the thing is that when you tell somebody your spouse is cheating, in their minds, that you just destroyed their world because they're going on their relationship really thinking that they have a monogamous relationship and they could trust their partner. So you're talking about a trust that was built for years that all of a sudden is being shattered. So that's why that friend is not going to believe you at first. That's why it's important. Don't go on hearsay. Go on proof. So my friend did exactly that. He told one of his best friends for years, okay, over 20 plus years, that his boyfriend was cheating on him. The guy confronted the boyfriend. They got into an argument. They talked it out and they worked it out. And now they both turned on my friend.
You see that?
So now my friend and his best friend are not talking because so it could turn sour. So it really depends.
That's what they're saying. No te meten cosa de matrimonio. That's why that came out.
Right.
Because of that reason. You did the good thing. You told them.
Right.
But then they worked it out. Now they I can't be with you because my man don't trust you because you're gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? No, because he got busted. That's why he doesn't want me around you. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So either way, you're gonna lose a friend. But to me, I won't tell you shit. I'm sorry, but I'll take you to the damn bar. Let's go to this bar. Hey, Let's go to this place because I know that person is there with that, that one person.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky. I would expect a good friend of mine to tell me if they had solid proof, because right now you're putting my life in danger.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing out there.
That's right.
That goes for women also. You don't know what your husband's doing out there. And if they're doing something and they can bring something back to you, and it's recorded there's data. Men have come back and given women HIV.
Yeah.
And if your friends know that this is happening,
I'll be
Charles, you're
I'll be
correct.
going
You're
Facebook
correct. No
Live.
te metan cosas de matrimonio, pero at what cost?
But what
I'll
I
be
would
going
do,
Facebook Live and then tagging them. Yo, look who I see here. Uh-oh.
but you know what I would do? I wouldn't even come with you for the information. I would just put a bug in your ear.
Drop a hint.
Drop a hint.
Drop
Either
a
you
hint.
get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. How come you didn't tell me, bro? That te tiré una indirecta. You didn't get it.
Yeah, that's another thing somebody else said. Drop hints. Don't tell them. Drop hints.
Drop a hint, and then you take it from there.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, a lot of people have lost their best friendships over that.
Yeah.
And then our parents, grandparents, they're correct. No te meta en cosas de matrimonio. But then again,
that was the old way of thinking.
That's the old way. Again, at what cost? At the cost of your best friend suffering?
It's true.
Mm-mm.
If that was a true best friend, the true best friend will be there thick and thin.
Yep. Now they're saying no te mete video en el matrimonio.
No te mete qué?
El video. No video. Because I'll be Facebook Live, I'm telling you. Like, hey, Johnny, what's going on? Oh, yo, ain't this your girl? But anyway, John, how you doing?
You know what's funny? Eventually, people tell on themselves anyway.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
You know how the one trick you do when they do this a lot in court, we make them feel like we know something, and we build it in them, and all of a sudden they're going to say it. So if you know that they've been cheating, you just throw little things while they're there, and you're going to see how uncomfortable they feel. They're like, oh, damn, you know.
Blah, right. Blah, blah. Body language is a lot.
And they'll probably say it on themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though they're not going to blame themselves, they're going to blame you.
So see, here's the other thing that you just made a point, Charles. Let's say your best friend doesn't tell you, but then you find out that your spouse was cheating on you, but then you also find out that your friend knew all along. And so now you're going to blame your friend for not telling you.
Well, I do like Johnny said, throw in directas. Hey, I've been trying to tell you. I even drew a picture and left it on the refrigerator. You know, you didn't get nothing. I was trying to help you.
That's funny.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, that's a very sticky situation.
That's a situation I hope I never have to be in.
I hope nobody ever has to be in, but yeah, people go through it. It's almost
says, but people are smart. They're smart enough to get the hints from their relationships. Yeah. Some people don't want to get the hint. Some people don't want to do it. That's in the Chivo Local.
Yeah.
They don't want to get they don't want to take the hint.
Yeah. But, Carmen says, but people are smart enough to get hints from their relationship. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can tell. You can tell when something's up.
Yeah, but they just don't want to admit it to themselves.
Yeah.
Remember,
because of fears, maybe different fears, fear of being alone.
The fear of living alone, all these things come into play where they don't want to see it. And that's the problem,
Yeah.
It's the abuse effect. They don't want to see it because they if they realize it and acknowledge it, they know that their life is done.
Right.
They think we can and all that. So it's going to be kind of hard.
Yeah, Carmen says, I don't trust anyone. It's hard, Carmen. It's hard to trust people. Especially if you've been betrayed once, you're going to be betrayed again. And then who do you trust? And then you want to be in a relationship. You want to trust somebody with all your heart. You want to be able to close your eyes and put your life on their hands. But that's hard.
Realistically, that's not, sometimes it's not being realistic.
Yeah, it's not. You got to be your own person. You got to continue being independent in a relationship. Yeah. You can't just become one anymore.
Everything is a roll of the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is a gamble. So,
yeah. And then the other thing is that when somebody first cheats on you, it's usually not a deal breaker. It's usually you talk through it and you figure out why. Now, if they keep doing it, then that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah, it goes for both sexes. Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes to both. It's a lot.
It goes for
It's a
all
lot
the
to
genres.
Even the first time, it depends on the situation. Like you got caught just talking. Okay, maybe I'll think about it. Caught just kissing. But then when it comes to like you got caught having sex, but you've been doing it for months.
Yeah.
Then it's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it all depends on the situation, you know?
Yeah. And at that point, it's not a mistake because they say, oh, it was a mistake. No, it was a choice.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
a choice that you continue doing it.
That's what it comes down to.
Because after 6 to 7 months, it wasn't no mistake. It was a hobby.
It was an extracurricular activity.
Yeah, right? You know what I mean?
I don't know. He goes, I don't know what happened. It just fell in.
It just fell in like 100 times in the last 2 months.
6 months.
No, you had to make sure you knew what it was.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So yeah, a lot of people would expect their friends to tell them. A lot of people understand when their friends don't tell them.
Right.
You know,
Like you said, throw hints. You're telling them, you're not telling them.
I think that's the best advice. Throw hints.
Yep.
Mira, te está pegando cuerno. That's a big hint.
That's not a hint.
That's not a
but
hint.
Then you know, and then sometimes the best friend gets accused. Oh, because you want her or you want him.
That's why it gets messy.
Yeah.
It gets messy. You know?
Stay locked up in the house. Turn off all the fucking TV. Throw the phone out the window.
Listen, I mean, I don't know. It's each couple's up to each couple's discretion how you want to handle that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what it comes down to. Stop having best friends.
That's hard.
I know. Right?
Hey, listen, my circle of friends have gotten really small. When you get older, you realize who your real friends are and who they're not. So
yeah,
I think that's very important too.
Yeah.
Pero nada, that was a good conversation.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. I like that one.
Yeah.
You know?
Talk about that one, Charles, in your show. See what they say. See what your fans say.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that one on Speak Out because I can get more into I can get more into that.
Yeah, because that topic needs to be elaborated on because I really want to hear what different people have to say.
Yeah, and you know it's going to be different sometimes between a man and a female.
It comes down to they're going to say basically the same thing.
Well, like I said,
you do.
Yeah, I think it's different between men and female.
Oh yeah.
A male, I think a male would probably, I'm not, sure, but
thank you, Carmen.
Would say more, to a friend quickly. I mean, but not direct. They'll
wait, say that again.
A male will give more hints to their friends about their girls cheating. A girl? No, I think she comes out direct. Yo, girl, I just see your man. Where you at? Oh, I'm gonna pick you up. Let's go. I'm gonna show you your man. They're more direct than a male are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're more direct, but you got to be careful with that direct because you don't know where that female's coming from. Like Johnny said, are you being sincere or are you just saying that because you want my man?
Exactly.
And it all depends on how they say it. Like, girl, I seen your man cheating. Then she didn't do it. You did not see her. But if a girl come up, girl, where you at? You home? I'm gonna pick you up because I'm gonna show you something. Your man is over here cheating. Girl, I ain't having it. And then she does the clapping, she's telling the truth.
He said stop the clapping.
She started doing all that stuff. And you can feel her neck breaking on the phone, she's telling the truth. You got to get in that car and go. You know what I'm saying? But men are more like, that ain't my problem, but I'll give them a little hints here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be like, damn, your girl is, she's all right. Does she just share with everybody or just you? Like, I'll say something like that, like,
is that community property?
I know, right? When you play Monopoly, is that community chess? Like, what's going on here? I want to know.
That's funny.
Belongs to the world.
Right. Charles, how much time do we have?
We don't have much time.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. Sorry. Listen, we're trying to get Artie back on the show.
Yes, please.
Singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I reached out to him and hopefully we'll get him on the show so we can talk about his career in freestyle. I know he's doing different things right now.
Yes, he is. He's busy.
Yeah, he is busy. So he told me possibly in September he'll be able to come on.
Okay.
All right. So that's something to look out for people in El Latino Ruido.
Yeah.
You guys know Artie? Look him up.
Chrissy Ais también is supposed to be in New York, I think in September and in November.
Really?
If she's here on a Wednesday, matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to her, see if she's here on a Wednesday, see if we can get her on the show.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get people on the show.
Because
Let's have a
she'll
good
be with
time.
Mambo Lebron también. Maybe we can get them both on the show.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Getting Evalinda, Vital or something like that. She's a freestyle singer.
Okay.
I'll send it to you guys.
Sounds good.
Okay.
But she has
Sounds
a
good.
new song on the LDM radio station too, and
Got it.
she's coming to
Está
the
bien, no
award.
problem.
She's coming to the award.
All right, mi gente. Well,
We're coming to a
hasta la
close.
próxima.
Yes. Thank you for watching El Latino Ruido. My name is Javier Luis.
Johnny Boricua Prince Dones signing off, and we'll see you again next week.
And Charles Laloma. I'll see you guys next week. All right. Have a good weekend. Stay cool.
You got it, guys.
All right.